I'm going to take you through how to add a promotional banner to the top of your site. This could be a notification banner, something for a promotion. Maybe you have a set of mini sessions you want to promote. So basically how to start this is you add a blank canvas. So you would click the dots here and add blank canvas, and it automatically goes to the bottom. So you can actually drag this up to the top here, and then resize it appropriately like that. Same thing for mobile. And then you can just go ahead and build whatever you want to promote here. So maybe it's, mini sessions. So I like to take just a copy of what is already down here. As far as fonts, you could say, holiday mini sessions open now. Okay, so that's just, we're gonna go through and just make this a little bit better. Maybe it's just as simple as this. Same thing for desktop or mobile as well. So shrink that down so it fits nicely. And maybe it's just as simple as this. And then maybe an arrow. So if I go down to the middle here and click icon and then choose an arrow, change the color so we can see it, and then resize. And then maybe this goes to a special page on your site, for example. One thing too, with one of these banners, you also want to make sure and add a way for somebody to close it if they're not interested in it, because it can be quite annoying to have something on the screen that you don't want to see. So I'm also going to go back down to the icons and add a little X. So that will be able to be closed out if somebody doesn't want it. Change the color. That. I'm going to put it over in this corner since the arrow is over here. Okay, center that up a little bit. Okay, and then you would just set the click action. So I would suggest having a separate page on your site. So maybe it's a holiday mini session page that you open and close. So we'll just set it to this for now. And then with the X, we want to make sure if somebody clicks that, the actions are to hide this canvas. Okay. So now we have this all set up. I'm actually going to move this over here because it's bothering me. So now we have this set up, and we want to do a couple things with the canvas part of it. So we want it to be sticky when somebody's scrolling. So that's for desktop and mobile. And maybe right now that's all we do for it. Let's view this and see what it looks like for now. So it's on the top here. This X looks like it's kind of floating there, and then when I scroll, it disappears. So we still have a couple more things we want to do with this. So if I go back here, I want to make sure this X is all the way to the right-hand side of the page. So I'm going to click on it and click size and position, and then I'm going to lock it all the way over to the right. Now, if this was something that I wanted to also be, maybe I wanted this to be stuck all the way to the left of the page. For example, we can just move this like this, scoot this over. This is something that we would want to lock too, because if we view it now, you can see it's kind of floating over here, but now this X is all the way to the right. So if we wanted it to be stuck to the left-hand side, we could lock this to the left. But I'm going to leave it in the middle for now. And then one other thing, when we were scrolling, it kind of disappeared. So what I want to do is make sure this stacking order is higher than anything else on the page. So for example, this desktop navigation, when I click it, has a stacking order of 2. So I want to make this higher than 2. So we'll just do 10 to make sure it's much higher. And then when I view it, you'll see that it will stick to the top of the page. Okay, so now, now that that is all set, let's say I actually don't want it to be on the page right when I first visit it. So maybe I want it to be hidden, and then I want it to slide down once somebody is scrolling on my site. So that's where the scroll actions would come into play. So let's say when somebody gets to this canvas here, then the banner will show up. So if I click in this canvas and I go over to scroll actions and then click add action, I want to say when this canvas is on screen, I want you to show me the notification canvas. So new canvas doesn't look too great, so I'm going to just rename this over here. Let's call it mini session pop-up. Okay, so let me go back here to this canvas. So scroll actions, I want it to show the mini session pop-up, and I want it to trigger one time. The other thing I have to do is make sure this isn't viewing when somebody first comes to the page. So if I click on the canvas, go to canvas, and then go over to hidden to start, and again, making sure it's on desktop and mobile, this will not be visible when I first land on the website. So you can see it's gone, but then as I scroll down, it shows up here. So that's how you add that in. Now there's some different things that you could do if you didn't want it to fade in. If you click on the canvas, you can go over to animation, and then you can set it so if it comes in, maybe I want it to slide from down. We'll see what that looks like. So now if I preview it, you can see it slid down rather than fading in, right? And then when I close it, it jumps back up. So those are some different options you can do. And then you also want to make sure and preview it on mobile to make sure it's working correctly. So if I scroll down, you can see that pops up, and that looks good from there. Now, one other thing, if you have something that you use frequently, so let's say this is something that you offer every year. So maybe you offer mini sessions 3 or 4 times a year. One thing you can do is add this to a canvas set. So then it will be easier to change out on every page, because right now you would have to add it to every page manually. So let me just show you how to do that. So if you go over to the site tab and scroll down, you can see I already have one canvas set. So if I click on this, you can see this is basically the basics of a page. So I have my navigation, my Instagram, my footer, and my credits. So that's what every page is set at. So if I, if I apply to all pages, it will be on every page, then I can save it. But let's say I want a separate canvas set that includes this notification banner. So if I go back here and go to site, I can go down here under site canvases, click the little plus sign, and then create canvas set. So I want to rename this one my mini sessions. Okay. Now you can see the star here. That means that this is the default one for all the pages. So then I can go ahead and include my desktop, mobile, credits, footer, Instagram. So all the normal stuff that I usually have. But I do need to turn this mini sessions canvas into a site canvas so it can be used in that canvas set. So I'm just going to go over here to mini session pop-up, click the dots, and then click convert to site canvas. So then I can go back to the site tab, mini sessions, canvas set, and at the top I can add mini sessions and then drag it up to the top. So now you see it over here, right? Okay, so now, right now, currently, this canvas set with the star is on the home page. So now I want to actually make sure that it's mini session season. So I actually don't want this basic one. I want to add that notification to the top. So if I go back to this canvas set, uncheck home, save, then go to mini sessions, click home and save. this should be applied to this. So there you see it is. If you go to the page tab, you can see that this canvas set is called mini sessions. So that's how you can easily update all of your pages if you have a promotion.